Fuck you. All right, and live, right? I'm live. Well, yeah, I'm live on Kick. Give us a. Oh, thanks. Are you gay? All right. Squid Games? What? The hell does that mean? It looks pink? Oh, it's not pink. No, it's just the light. I am a killer girl. Sorry, I gotta test the cameras and stuff. Yesterday's show looked like ass. It's like embarrassing. I said that. Jesus, Stella. Hey, Stella. No. I did not say I'm doing a show. I said I'm doing a test stream. I said that. There was a show schedule. All right, let me be clear. There was a show schedule. It was supposed to be a primo show. But yesterday, and I said this. Hey, Stella, shut your dumb mouth. Listen, because I said this already 5 times. There was a show scheduled yesterday for today. It was a primo show. But then I saw yesterday's show, and I went, holy fuck, that looks like ass. And by the way, you and I, Stella, we talked about this back and forth like 12 times already. It's crazy. You don't got it. So we're going to do the primo show. I reached out to Scott ahead of time. I was like, listen, man, let's just push till tomorrow until I figure this out. I've been working on the camera for like hours now. Literally, it was just you and I in the Discord here. And we had a one-on-one. There's no way you could have missed it. I explained all of this. And now you're like, what? And now you're still trying to stream some stupid movie. What is this movie you're streaming? Who cares? This looks like crap. All right. Anyway, so doing PODAWFUL shit. All right, so we're live. All right. Anyway, so I'm looking at, now I'm looking on YouTube. Let me just make sure. Yeah, it looks all right now. I don't know what the fuck happened yesterday. What about this? Does the shot look okay? What do you mean? I'm always using the robo. No, it looked like it from the jump. But this camera looked fine. Yeah, that's the strangest. This is what I can't figure out. This camera was fine, and this camera was ass. Yeah, I actually should do that anyway. Because maybe that was part of it. What if, maybe turning the camera on for you guys is like fucking it up for the rest of the thing. Could be, because I had it on for Sven. It's better what? What do you mean it's better? Well, yeah, it's better for you that you can see it physically with your eyes now in here. Yeah, no duh. It's not exactly what I'm testing right now. I swear to God, sometimes you guys are like the most retarded people on the internet. It's like sad. In fairness to me, though, the guy who said that is a fan of Mill Hip, so I think we're good. Am I? To you in here. Oh, he is. He's looking 720p. I think everything's fine here. Let me just make sure color-wise. Yeah, okay. Oh my God, what? That is crazy. You guys couldn't even hear them the whole time. That's my fault. Sorry. That does make me sound like I'm crazy. I apologize. That's totally on me. Yeah, you know what it is? I hit the pass through button last night so that I could. We were fucking with the Santa Cruz Joker in Discord. He was live.
Oh.
And I didn't want it bleeding through into Discord, so I turned it off. My bad, everybody. My bad. That's going to sound crazy, but luckily this is just a test, and I don't give a fuck. So I think it looks all right.
Need some concrete.
Everything look okay on the YouTube?
Yeah.
I think it looks all right.
Good.
I mean, it's okay. It's not great, but it's certainly better than last night. I don't know what to do beyond this. I've been fucking with the camera for like 3 hours now, and I cannot get it to look better than this. Just like contrast and color wise. I mean, I know this is garish for most people, but I can't get it any different than this. So I have no idea why. I have no idea what's going on. Here's something I actually need to do though. There's a couple things. Let me turn my camera off for just a second. We're just gonna go dark here for just a sec, just so I can get a couple things sorted out here. Ooh, can you see that live stream?
Yeah.
Yep. Looks good.
Okay.
Color was.
Looks good on Kick too.
And then let's see this, and let's throw that there, and then let's turn my camera back on, and okay, yeah, that looks all right. It's okay.
Wait.
That's beautiful.
Looks great, Colonel.
Okay. So I'm realizing now I should have like everything going the way it's normally set to go. Otherwise, this isn't much of a test. Let me get rid of a couple things here.
Whatever you just did fucked your Discord stream.
Yep.
Awful.
Really?
Yes.
But not.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can't tell on YouTube yet.
You are
So-
like 5 pixels on Discord right now. YouTube is okay, but Discord
yeah,
is
YouTube's
fucked.
fine.
I don't
It's still
honestly.
fine.
I honestly don't give two shitting fucks about what it looks like
Fair
on
enough.
Discord. I got to be honest.
Discord
but
is retarded every day now in 2025,
Yeah,
so it
this-
sucks.
Discord stinks. But I mean, I don't even. Is there like? Can you even change? Hang on a
It's
second.
better.
Can you even?
It cleared up, but whatever you clicked, really fucked.
Yeah,
the
I mean, I
Discord
turned
stream.
on the background video there. That's all I did actually was that. So that's weird that would affect that in any way. But that might explain some things. Here's what I ought to do is that all still working? Yeah. Okay. I need to. All right, let's do this. Let's go to YouTube. Let's go. What the fuck? Let's go to. Oh, Steel Toes Live.
Oh, wow.
Oh man.
Let's fucking go.
You, Madam Mayor,
Thank God.
let me know how it turns out. Madam Mayor, the super caldera at Yellowstone is
Doing a
exploding.
test
It's going to wipe out
H2BH
life as
here.
we know it for most of the contiguous.
Okay. You know what? Actually, this sucks for my purposes. He's down in the corner. Hang on a second. I got to go to something else. Let's just find. Whoa, buddy. Oh my gosh. Look, the craziest show is about to take place here. This is going to be nuts. I'm just going to loop this on mute. Is it fine for Discord now or no?
Yeah, looks fine.
Fine.
Andy's arm's looking a little soft, but other than that,
Just want to see if this is going to fuck. So here's something's been happening is sometimes the video over here fucks up. And then sometimes I've got two different screens and both of them I can send over there. And sometimes this one fucks up, and sometimes this one fucks up. And there's no rhyme or reason for it. Seems like Discord's usually kind of at fault, though. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to... Yeah, well, I do want to pop that out, but I want it over on this screen. And... let's see if full screening this is going to fuck things up. Actually, is there any, can somebody come on camera? Is anybody willing to come on camera? I won't even put you on the stream.
I can put a virtual camera.
I just need it. I just need something, someone on camera I can look at here just to test that. Because that seems to be the thing that usually is fucking it up the most. Oh my god, please tell me that's not. Oh my god. Oh, okay, there we go. We're gonna go with Glunt. Do you want to be on screen?
I doesn't matter.
Oh,
Whatever you
right.
want to do.
All right, then let's watch this. Look at this. Look at that. That's
Oh,
that's
looks
Glunt.
normal.
Can you believe that?
Looking good, Glenn.
Can you believe this fucker? Look at him.
He might look
That's
too
cool.
normal.
Look at
Big
Glunt.
Yeah.
I like Glunt a lot. He's new,
H2BH.
sort of, but we like him, and his name is Glint, by the way. Somebody renamed him to Glunt in Discord, and so now we just call him Glunt because nobody cares about, you know, each other as a person, actually. So,
True.
is this shot weird, by the way? Just seeing the back of my head mostly like this.
No.
Is this fine?
Yeah. I kind
Face
of
goes.
like it.
Yeah.
I love the Goon Alarm 6 million.
Well, of course, the Goon Alarm 6 million. We all love the Goon Alarm 6 million.
Yeah, the yellow tube is real great too. I like the yellow tube.
Look at that.
Nice.
That's crazy. You like, what'd you say, Glunt? You like the what?
Your yellow tube is very nice.
My yellow tube.
Yeah.
Oh, my yellow
There.
tube. My yellow tube.
The slinky tube.
Sorry, I don't really think of this as a tube. It's more of a hose, but okay. Sorry. I understand now. More of a hose, a goo hose, sort of. Everything seems to be functioning properly right now, which is great because this is not a show, and yesterday it was a show and not working at all. It actually looks pretty fucking good, all things considered. Even with
Thank you,
Glunt
Jim.
on the screen.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen your eyes before. It's gonna haunt me a little bit.
Oh, really? I've had eyes the whole time. I used to have complete eyes on the show. And then one day I couldn't see anymore, and so I needed glasses.
Ooh.
Look at that. What if I just did the show like this from now on?
I think it'd scare people.
Hey, everybody.
More Stern-esque.
Is this more like, is this how he wears his glasses?
I don't know.
I've never
I don't think so.
really paid
Yeah.
attention. He wears everybody says the thing about Stern, right? But he's wearing like black out dark sunglasses, right? Am I crazy for
Mhm.
thinking that? Also, John Lennon never wore blue ones. I'll give you
These are
Ozzy.
rose, right?
Ozzy wore purple ones, which is, hey, almost blue. But I don't know that I can give you Lennon. I don't think Lennon wore blue ones. They're yellow and clear. I do have clear ones. I mean, it used to be that all glasses looked like this. Okay. They were, it
Yeah.
used to, somehow people used to realize that eyes are round, and so they made glasses round. And then one day they said, no, in fact, we don't even make these anymore. And everybody's glasses were just John Lennon's glasses. They call those Windsors, by the way. Those are Windsor frames. And I like them because I hate the nose pads on glasses. And Windsors just have the saddle ridge, they
Right.
call it. Which I have a pair of glasses that are also just that. They're like true antique Windsor frames. But
Like no temples?
What do you mean, no temple?
Oh no, they still. Temple is the thing that goes on past your temple.
They were not
the lids.
sanctified.
I mean, with those Windsor frames have temples. They
Well, you said you had a pair that was just the saddle, and I thought maybe it didn't have.
Oh no, that's like a knee. What they call that? Like a knee pinch or something like that. It's like
peace nez or something.
It's something about pinching your nose.
Yeah. Okay.
But these are true Windsor frames here.
Mm.
Now the problem is here's what I hate. I hate that glasses are bigger than your eyes. I want them to be the exact same size as my eyes. I don't need all the extra. Okay. I really only need the glasses for, what's right in front of me. And that's it. And then everything else is just spreading out the distance of the glasses here. So like your average pair of glasses would be this wide. So I got these because they're the frame, I guess, is so small. The diameter of the frame is so small, and it makes the size across so small, which is better for me because my hair is constant. You see me messing with my hair all the time. I didn't used to do that when I didn't have glasses because my hair is getting caught in the fucking hinge. It's annoying.
Yep.
And so I want the least in the way I can get with the glasses, but they just don't make these. You literally can only get these glasses if you buy old ones. And so I bought these because of the size was appropriate. The size is what I was looking for. Turns out
Have you tried contacts?
Fuck no. I'm not sticking shit into my eyeballs. That's insanity.
Those are even smaller than your eyes.
Exactly. That's not the right size either. That's just the other direction. So I just couldn't. I can barely put drops in my eyes. It's terrifying to me. So anyway, I buy these. Turns out these are children's glasses. And I have a gigantic head. I had to take, this part of the temple, the part that curls over your ear. Usually Windsors come with what they call I think it's a cable.
Curl.
Yeah, the curl.
Yeah.
It's a cable, and it just snaps around your ear. These did not come with that, and they're also for a small Victorian child, and my head is 25 plus inches around, so these don't work really. And I mean, I've worn them. I do wear them, but I had to take the temple and straighten it out in order to get it long enough to even reach my ears. They don't, when the way they came, they didn't reach my ears.
Yikes.
And so, yeah, my head is just straight up too fucking gigantic for these glasses, but they work on the show. I usually don't wear these now, but they do work on the show because the headphones hold them in place. But if I was to go, out and about with them, I'd probably lose my glasses. It's not a very safe way. I want to get another pair and find something a little more appropriately sized. I had to pay a crazy amount for this. This was insanity. I want to get another pair, but it's hard to get what I want because you have to get something old. And, it's like catch as catch can with that shit. Because I also don't like gold one. I don't want them gold, which is another thing. The John Lennon ones are gold. I don't like gold. I want them to be silver.
Gold's overrated.
If they could be see-through and non-existent, by the way, I would go with that. Not those clear acetate, like hipster gay guy glasses, though. I can't. I could never do that. Every single pair of glasses I've bought since I've needed glasses, though, was entirely just me getting the glasses that some well-known lol cow wears.
No.
Nobody seems to like notice this or recognize it.
I know
like,
you have the Chris Chan ones.
I have the
don't you?
Chris Chan one. I literally said to my wife, like, should I get these? I was showing it to her on the phone. I was like, should I get this? This is Chris Chan's glasses. Would that be funny? And I did get those in gold, which again, I don't like, but I thought Chris Chan's were gold, so I got it. And then, you know, this is, of course, Gothic King Cobra.
Oof.
I look just like him, so it's pretty good.
You ever look at Oliver Peoples? They have really old fashioned, and they're like, they make them here still. They're expensive, but you can get some old fashioned styles. They're from New York.
I'm sure.
You say they were called Oliver P-holes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about some sort of gay bathhouse or something. That sounds disgusting.
Yeah, that's in Manhattan. That's lower
I
than
recognize the name. I'm sure I had. Dude, I've looked at everything.
All right.
I've looked at you couldn't find me something. What I really wanted was to find someone who could make me bespoke glasses, and I was willing to drop a fortune if they could truly make me what I wanted. And I still am, by the way. But no one does that.
I might have it.
I found some things where, like,
Let's see if I have
you know, they're bespoke glasses, but it's like there's basically 3 frames to choose from, and then otherwise you're just choosing which color of tortoiseshell you want. I hate tortoiseshell glasses. I hate acetate glasses, like Glunt's got. I have those same glasses that Glunt's got on. I look retarded in those. But
I mean, mine have to be safety rated, so they're like a hard plastic. They gotta be.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
YLEX brand.
I like the very thin frame. It's, you know, the closest to not having to wear them, basically. I would do the nose pinch ones, except for the fact that I think that would be like extremely uncomfortable and annoying, just having it pinched to my nose.
Walk around asking people what color pill they want to take.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't. Part of why I hate the nose pads is because it feels like somebody's just sitting here holding my nose right now like this, and I feel like I can't breathe because of it. It's extremely annoying to me, and I'm constantly thinking about it while I'm sitting here doing the show. About, I would say, somewhere between 40 and 90% of my attention is actually being taken up by the nose pads on my glasses. I just have a very narrow nose bridge, and it's to get it where it actually keeps the glasses up requires it to be uncomfortable. So they're either sliding or extremely painful or uncomfortable. Anyway, I think this test is working fine. Look at this. Remember these guys? Is there anything else I'm missing? Oh, you know what else I'm missing that I normally have up is the chat on screen. Let's go ahead and get everything going here. I don't have the chat on the little screen over there, which I think I might switch out that screen, by the way. I don't think that's working. Why is that? Oh, okay. Wait, what? Am I retarded? What am I doing right now?
Show.
Oh, right.
Getting
Yeah.
the stream to work like taking glasses from a baby.
Show.
Okay. I must have the chat.
Yeah.
I must have the chat from last night up somewhere, and I can't see it. It's got to be hiding on one of my screens here, which is interesting. But I know that must be the case because now I'm trying to open this new chat, and it has all the same settings already set up. Is it there? Wait, is it here? Okay. I don't know. I'm glad I tuned into Glasses Talk with Jesse. Well, you tuned into a thing that just said testing. So that was your first mistake, Hans. But hey, all been there. Hey, have me on your fucking show, by the way. I gotta beg. Had you guys on. I watch movies, believe it or not. Okay. Rarely, but I'll watch a movie. I need to go on shows. I need to get guys, you know, if you watch a show, if there's like another show that isn't Pod Awful and for some reason you watch it, get them to get me on their show. I'm going on shows. All right, I'm going to do like what Ralph is doing right now. I'm just going to go on everything. There's a lot of
I didn't know
shows.
there was other shows I could watch.
There's not.
Okay.
You've been on the show that the only other show I watched, you've already been on it a few times.
Pick a movie right now, says Hans. Does it have to be like a current day one? You guys do old ones. I was just watching one where you did one from like 5 years ago or something. Right?
Severance.
Severance isn't a fucking movie.
I know.
Although they do something every once in a while, they do not a movie. So maybe
What is their
Severance.
podcast called again?
Movies.
Oh,
The Art of Cinema.
a podcast,
about the
cinema?
act of cinema. Welcome to
Okay.
Movies, a podcast about the act of cinema. And with me today, I don't know how we got him. It's Hans. Pick a movie. Listen, I might pick, if I say a movie, you know, I haven't seen every episode. I might be saying one that you guys have already done. Do I pick like something embarrassing or something good or I would love to talk about Long Legs, but I know you guys have already done that. But I have so many things to say about Long Legs.
The monkey
They would
was
never
better.
want to. I know for a fact they would never want to do that. The monkey, is that the new Osgood
The monkey
Perkins
was
movie?
better. It
I
was
wonder-
so much better.
I'm never gonna watch
fine
that.
to see it.
I'll watch it.
Dying to see it.
I'm wondering if that is also about how trans and gay people are bad secretly, because that is definitely what Long Legs was secretly about.
Fortunately not.
We'll do Donnie Darko. Has movies done Donnie Darko? Big Lebowski. I mean, I'm assuming these are all.
But The Pest.
I hate that movie. You know who would be good for that is Ryan. Ryan Katsu Rivera. I am just assuming that he loves that movie and was inspired by it as a child because he's annoying like John Leguizamo. And he's also Puerto Rican like John Leguizamo. So just
And woke.
And I appreciate it because that's like, I realized that's when my adult brain kicked in, and I realized that it was an adaptation of The Most Dangerous Game. And like my adult brain realized that adaptations exist. And I
Yep.
started like seeing them fucking everywhere.
I get you.
Yep.
I get you.
You heard of the movie War Games?
The movie what?
Matthew Broderick.
War Games?
Board games?
War.
War games.
War.
Oh,
Yeah.
war
War
games.
games.
Sorry, you
Oh,
sound.
war
I'm sorry. I
games.
apologize. You sound like shit. War
Sorry.
games.
Yeah.
You said war
Okay.
games. Like I'm the bad guy here because I can't understand your quiet, terrible, mousy mic and voice.
Sorry.
Yeah, I've seen war games, of course.
How about thermonuclear war?
Hans says we've done The Pest. I fucking hate that movie. I knew Hans would hate that movie. I did just know, having heard all the ones that he likes and dislikes, that's got to be intolerable for a Hans.
I mean, is it just because the German guy is super gay?
I think it's just because it is a terrible, shitty fucking movie that knows it's terrible and shitty and perseveres despite that. Hans does not suffer a fool when it comes to his movie watching. In my estimation. movies episode on the Rufio Red Rooms doc. I would love that. That would be incredible for me. The doc. You call it a documentary.
The doc was
It's
making a turder.
all true.
That one was a documentary. You're right.
Yeah.
You know, I've been meaning to watch. I've never seen it. And I think it's probably right up my alley, and it's probably insane that I've never watched this, is Brazil. The movie Brazil by Terry Gilliam.
That's in my top 5.
I bet I would love it, and I've just never seen it. And, what's his other one? I also want to...
I just watched one by him. It's got a bunch of midgets. Yeah, Time Bandits.
12 months.
Yeah. No, I've seen 12 Monkeys, and I like that one. No, The Fisher King.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Yeah, I've never seen that one. I've been meaning to watch both of those recently, actually. Fisher King
They
and
filmed that in,
He did one with the Joker, Heath Ledger, before he died too. I forget what it's called.
that movie made me tear.
the
Dr. Parnassus.
Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's
Didn't he
that one's
die
decent.
during that movie?
He did, and they had to like get
Yeah, they had to get like 5 other guys. To play him.
Jude Law. Is Mike David alive? Yes, but his dog isn't.
Ooh.
Yeah, he hasn't done a show. Apparently, I don't know. I don't know that there is a show called Red Bar anymore. By the way, there's no proof. But I keep having people message me and say, Jesse, you're doing these daily shows. You're doing a lot more shows. All of a sudden, Mike David, real quiet. Not a lot of shows. And then somebody messaged me and showed me that his dog died, and that's why he hasn't done a show in 2 months. Which, like, listen, man, I'm gonna be sad when my dog dies, but
yeah,
if you had a real guy's job, you don't get to take off of work even one day for your dog dying. Nobody's going to be okay with that. And also when you already took off a full year with no updates, you kind of have to come into work. You know what? Just go on, do the show, and then go, my dog died. And then everybody goes, oh, our favorite character, the dog. Here's $11 more or whatever it is. You know, the dog tax, the Reddit doggo heckin' woofer tax that he's trying to get by showing several pixels of his dog every once in a while. It's a dog, someone says in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a dog. You know who else didn't do a show because their pet died? Andy Worski. He copied Mike David. About a week later, he killed his cat just to copy.
On that wagon.
Awfulween 2023 was my favorite 2023 documentary, says Hans. The doc. Wow, thank you so much, man. I honestly really appreciate it. Those are my favorites as well. 2 months. I took 1 month off movies. My dad died, and I make no money off of it. Hell yeah, man. And honestly, your dad didn't deserve a month. I mean, no offense. Your dad, probably a great guy. I don't know. Is he Chinese or is he Costa Rican? I don't. Hans is like, he's like, what's that bitch's name? That fucked 1,000 guys.
Oh, Estonian or something?
He's Bonnie Blue. Hans is one of these, he's a 1,000 man cum slurpee super baby kind of guy where he's got every type of
I see.
DNA inside him. He's from every tribe on God's green earth. So I don't know. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the race is of your father. I'm sure he was a great guy.
Only the mother.
Obviously you should have taken time off. I hope you were able to get through that. I know that must have been so hard for you, but really a full month? You could have done what? It's just watching a movie. It'd probably feel pretty nice to watch a movie during that. You know, a lot of times when people are upset or depressed, they watch a movie, and that's all I'm saying. Is that's what movies, a podcast about the act of cinema is just watching a movie and then saying that you did it. And
Trying to forget real life.
And we salute you for it, brother. I'm a product of diversity and inclusion. Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
I wonder if he agrees with Trevor Noah that maybe integration was a bad idea. It's only mixed people saying that. Only they are brave enough and also experienced enough to know that it's a failure of an experiment. Everything seems to be working. I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm gonna go, yay, I got it all working, and then go to do a show, like a real one.
Yeah.
And it's going to be all the exact same problems. Even though I'm trying to think if there's literally any difference happening right now. I don't think there is.
Pull up the big board.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You want me to do the big board?
Yeah.
Do that.
Big board.
Ladies and gentlemen, the big board.
I say it looks great.
But I just wanted to clarify, by the way, I'm not cold. I know I look like it sitting here like this, wearing this. Oh,
Yeah, I can't
okay,
see
that's
your
bad.
cheeks, so-
What's going on there?
That's not good.
Oh,
The big board-
quality did drop on YouTube.
Okay, well, on YouTube it did?
Yeah, it's fine now, but when it was pulling up, it did drop.
It hasn't even gotten to the big board on YouTube for me yet. Hang on, let me see.
I fast forwarded, so I was.
That's
as live
why.
as I
No,
could
it's
be.
fine. It's fine on YouTube. He's right.
Okay.
But, okay, what happened? The big board is not on. I have no idea what's happening there because it would be either the Kino Casino screen or the Glunt screen.
Let's go.
rather-
That's confusing for sure. I don't know what the fuck that's about. I don't even know what to do about something like that. That the TV's broken, I guess. The big board.
Big
The
board
entrance
is
board
back.
play.
All right. Well, get out of here, man. Whoa. Okay.
How much are gonna cost to get a repairman up to the moon?
I don't know.
Fuck, dude.
I don't know. You know what? I think I know what it is. I think I broke it. I think I actually know what it is, but I can't fix it right now. I wonder. Oh wait, let me check this too. Wait, hang on a second. Let me come back over here so you guys can. Let me just. Can you see my cursor? Yeah. Look, I'm making Glunt suck my cursor.
I'm so jealous.
Hey, sometimes in the cult, it's the pretty new ones that get all the attention.
Let me see your glunt.
My
No,
glove.
I'm jealous of Jesse.
Oh, look, Tom's in chat.
Picking your nose.
Where you been, Tom?
We
He
missed
could
you,
be in
Tom.
here if he wanted to.
Tom, you want to jump in Discord? Just doing a little test. It's not a big deal, man. Anyway, I'm not cold. I just want to be clear. I'm not cold. I know I'm looking cold because I'm sitting here like this and I've got a hood up and I just want to be clear that I'm just comfy right now. Okay. It's actually very, 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 very hot in here. But I don't want to give anyone the impression that I have some sort of, disease that makes me cold. All right.
Like a woman.
Right, exactly. Yes, I'm trying to avoid anybody saying that I have a female disease. That's all.
That's fair.
All right, I'm moving my cursor. I don't like that Glunt enjoys it.
Well, I'm a little, frustrated. I tried doing the thing you guys told me to do yesterday with my big hand, and I ended up breaking it. I
Oh
broke
shit.
it.
Oh,
I-
God.
Wait, what did we tell you to
Damn,
do
what
with
about
it?
him?
jack
You
off
guys
with
told
it.
me to try and jerk off. With it.
No, you don't fool me. That's not broken.
I mean, it's still it doesn't have as much power as it should, you know.
No,
For this thing.
it's not magnetic.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna jack that off.
Don't you
I
want a
mean,
loose grip when you're jacking it?
I
What?
jacked it out.
What, you don't have a fucking hot glue gun? I think you can fix it.
Well, I only just when I got on the camera, I only just now realized that it was busted.
Oh, okay.
I was a little
Fix
too
it
into
now
it.
on camera. Go ahead.
Did you make that?
No,
Did
it
he?
actually appeared on him one day. He
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. That's weird that happened, actually. Look at this.
I wish Andy would do coke again. He was so much.
Kind of
Hang on a
focused
second. Hang on. In the chat, they're saying I'm cold coping. I am not. It's hot.
No.
I'm dying.
All right, get naked.
No.
And he would be cold.
No, you know what it honestly is that my hair is a mess. And I didn't want to, this is a test. I didn't want to go brush my hair for this. So just that my hair's a mess. Please don't accuse me of cold coping ever, though. I hate that. That's actually really, really upsetting to me. And I will ban you from chat if you say it again.
I feel like if you're cold in your own house, you're poor.
Yes, that's why I don't want. Yes, I was looking at myself, going, they're gonna think I don't know how to heat a moon base. And again, it's hot. It is uncomfortably hot at all times. The goo flows. You can see the flow of the goo.
Nuclear goo reactor.
You couldn't get goo flowing like this if it was fucking cold. Are you kidding me? I think I don't know what I'm talking about here. So I use the goo to power the machines. The goo must flow. I have to suffer for that. I sweat so much during a show.
And you're like twice as close to the sun as us down here, so.
I don't know if it's twice.
They're like the same size in the sky, so.
I got to be honest. I don't think it is twice. I've never really looked into it that hard, done any measuring of any kind, but pretty sure it's not.
I'm not a math guy, so. I'm not merged.
Well, the math ain't mathing. Anyway, we'll do the Primo episode tomorrow. I've already confirmed it with Scott. Wait, Scott's actually messaged me here.
While it's playing Severance, that's going to be
He said,
difficult.
you saw the stuttering in the stream that I posted in the Brain Trust? No, I didn't. But
Official henchman flannel, I suppose.
sorry, I got distracted by. Wait, move all around again, Glunt. Like, just go crazy for a second.
Little weird.
Yeah.
Now, does that only look like that? Does that look like that on your end?
It looks like that on YouTube.
Obviously, it looks like that on YouTube. But what I'm saying is, when Glunt, can you see yourself on Discord right now or no?
Yes, I can see myself
When you move
video
all
and online.
when you move all around, does it look all shitty and fucked up?
Yeah.
A little bit.
On your end?
Smidge.
All right. Can be kind of hard to tell when you're going like this, like PvP. Wait, PvP, move all around real quick. Oh, look, he is. Weird. It's like he can hear me. Has he take? Oh, he finally took down the Christmas decorations. That's good. I didn't think that was ever going to happen. Body. It's the middle of February. Woo! Okay.
Fucking snowing in Canada.
Well, yeah, it's Canada. I mean, that's kind of goes without saying. All right. Well, that was it. I'm just testing this shit, Seems like it's sort of working, maybe a little bit now. I don't know. Anybody else want to come on camera? Let's really knock this thing out. See what we can get done. Look, we're hot gluing. Hot
I was told
gluing.
to fix it on camera, so that's what I'm doing.
You got the Gorilla Glue brand glue gun, huh? Is that better?
It was the first thing I saw at Walmart, so.
I got that too. Amazon.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be funny if while you're doing it, I just took you off camera, even though they said that you have to do it on the show?
Oh, they said on camera. They didn't say on show.
Wouldn't it be funny if I removed the ability for you to have a video up? All right,
that's
Jared,
harsh.
do you think that's a smart one while I'm live?
Oh,
What's with the penis and toes?
Jared is so stupid, man. It's crazy. He should be, one of the smartest guys I know, really. But instead, he's really not, honestly, at all.
He is a zombie right now, so he doesn't really have his full wits about him after getting effed in the B by
That's true.
Earthwood.
Yeah.
He put a hurting on me.
Jared did just recently die from getting fucked to death by Urquid. It's crazy, but it did happen according to Stella.
I'm in hell.
All right, I'm
According to
sorry.
me.
That's what you told me before everybody showed up.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope, if you're some sort of weird freak and you think that this should be preserved for all time, that you were recording this, because I'm taking this down instantly. I apologize for appearing to you at all. I apologize that you had to see me in this state of constant torture where I have zero energy because I'm forever piddling with technology. My favorite part of doing a show, and it always has been, is the part where I change nothing and stuff breaks. That has always been fun and cool. And as the show becomes ever more complicated through my autisms, I'll enjoy it even more every day. I used to be young and vivacious and fresh, and I had life in me. There was a time on this show where the world hadn't beaten me down into having this gruff Mersh style voice that he says is fake. And I can see why. I can see why he thinks it is, because I used to have a vivaciousness, and I used to have the ability to, reach a certain pitch in my voice that was above the low hum of a dryer being on through the wall of a next room. But unfortunately, the man you see before you today is a shell of his former self.
It's understandable. You're a chaos mage, and the components of that chaos are the chaos takes a piece from your technology, it seems.
Oh, yeah. I was actually watching an old episode of the show earlier.
Bomb.
I was looking for a clip of something specific. I was going through certain old episodes. I'm not going to say what exactly, but I was looking for something specific. And, woo! That was a different guy. Really wasn't, though, actually, at all, in a lot of ways. But, look, I've got it open here. Look.
When you still had the goo in you?
I still had a little bit of life goo in me.
He's got the goo still in you.
Look at this guy. Oh, look at this. Look. I'm making fun of models with colostomy bags. I've been making fun of colostomy bags for so many. This is from, I don't know if it's 2013 or 20. I don't remember what year anything is. I think I'm 8 years old here. It's really crazy.
The hair all shorter than type of era.
I mean, it's a little, it's, down to my chin, I guess. I've just got it back behind the headphones there because I'm sure, I'm like dying of heat. It's probably hot as fuck. Middle of summer in Brooklyn. I'm probably dying. What was this episode?
There's that YouTuber who has a colostomy bag, and he shows everybody what's inside of it based on what he's eating. He said like vegan.
What's his name?
Carnivore.
What's his name? Mike David?
Yeah.
This is 2014. Look at this.
Damn.
Listen to this.
Thinking about that, I believe that is an insertion.
Because that really does look like an Uncrustable.
I believe that. Yeah, it does. I do believe that you're exactly right. This tinier little.
What the fuck? Who's that guy?
That is a child's voice.
That's a little boy. That's crazy that I'm an adult man now. That's nuts. And I'm still talking about poop.
Area right here is the part where they put the tube in. Now, for those of you who might
Poop tubes. We're talking poop tubes. 2014. Talking poop tubes. What year is it now? 20. Oh my God, this is 11 years ago. Psycho. Fuck, dude. Isn't it crazy? Look at that. I'm wearing a Beatles shirt. Oh, we need to see John Lennon. What glasses is he wearing on the shirt? Can't see him. Fuck, man. Isn't it insane that PODAWFUL has existed?
Yeah.
And it still does. And it always has. And it always will. Look at that. Look at that. Who's that guy?
Smile.
The fuck is that guy?
I think this show has rewritten the past to like where all the shows I watched as a kid were just this, but in its primordial form.
Plasmordial.
Stomach. And by the way, her stomach very wide. Her breasts very saggy.
Yeah, you're not allowed.
Just talking about like a fine looking lady and picking her apart as if she doesn't already have a colostomy bag on her. That's funny. Some of these old episodes I always go like, oh my God. I bet these are like the hardest to watch, shittiest things ever. Some of them are really funny though, actually. Really, really funny. Again, I can't say what I was looking for in one of these old episodes, but I was scrolling through there, watching a little bit of it. I was laughing my head off. Couldn't believe it. And I tell a story in this episode right here, which I don't think is on the website right now. So I shouldn't be doing this because then people will go put it on the website. Jesse, we pay for this. And I'll go, yeah, I'll do it. But in this episode, I'm telling a story in there. And I know it's a real story. I know I'm not lying. Because back then we had the policy. I invented, separately from brutal honesty, I invented a thing called total disclosure. Full disclosure. And we had a policy of full disclosure on the show. And what that was is, you know how the Opie and Anthony guys, they say that they're brutally honest. And then what they mean by that is they suck off guys and tell you about it, right? And then they go, but she was wearing a dress, so it's a lady with a cock. And then a big black guy goes, I mean,
booty.
And the fact that the black guy still talks to them afterwards, everyone thinks, oh, that means it's okay that the guy was sucking a cock, right? That's brutal honesty. In my version of it, full disclosure, it just meant being honest and telling true stories. So I know I'm telling a true story in here, but the story I tell, I have no memory of at all. None. Zero. It's like about an ex-girlfriend and stuff. It was something that was happening like in that moment. And It's crazy. That story is fucking crazy. And then I heard myself tell a story that I have told so many times or made reference to so many times on the show, but it's still pretty fresh back then. And I realized like details have changed, you know? There, if you were to go back and rewatch some of these things, you'd be like, wow, Jesse, you're lying about your stories. But it's 100% just I remembered differently as time wore on.
Oh yeah, memories rewrite themselves. They're not reliable at all.
Like, you know that story I tell, or the joke about, you know, poor kids eating mustard with a butter knife? You know what I mean? Like I've mentioned this like every once in a while. I've said I had a girlfriend who lived in basically a crack house. She was not on drugs at all, but she was living with her uncle, and her uncle's house was like a flop house except for her room. And I hated going there. And one time I was walking through the kitchen to get into her bedroom, and her cousin had her kids there. 3 of them, all of them are like you remember the scene in Breaking Bad where Jesse decides that he's now has to parent a ginger child who's poor because the you know, spoilers, but their crackhead father got his head crushed by an ATM or whatever. And that kid is like the perfect template of this. All 3 of these kids were your classic trailer trash poor kid, where they were wearing a big shirt but no pants, you know, just like underwear or a diaper. So, but they're like too old for a diaper, and they're just sitting there having to, while their parents are probably passed out on drugs somewhere, they're having to fend for themselves in the kitchen. So they end up, I always say the kid was eating mustard by opening up the thing and then putting in a butter knife and just eating mustard, right? But then in this episode I was watching, I was like, it was ketchup and it was a steak knife. It was like dangerous. And I'm like, I'm blown away by that. I remember his mustard and butter knife as clear as day. And I do believe that is the funnier version. So I'll be sticking to it. Okay? So if you hear me say that again in the future, the story is now better for it. But the one detail of it I forgot was that when I walked in there and I saw this, I stopped in my tracks and I stared at the kid like, what are you doing? I didn't say that, but I'm staring at this kid like, what are you doing? And apparently the kid said directly to me, I'm eating ketchup. I gotta eat it with this knife.
Oh my God.
And I think one detail I forgot that I also forgot to say originally was that I don't remember if it was the kid with the knife or one of the other two, but one of these kids had big Coke bottle glasses that made their eyes gigantic. Like they had big bug eye glasses, and they were cross-eyed too. So they're just, and you know, they're all missing random teeth. Their teeth are like, you know, Mersh's graveyard, and just staring at me with those crossed eyes, like blunk, blunk. You can hear the blinks with each single blink.
Tink.
But it's more of a blonk than a blink blink. You know what I mean? Bonk, bonk. It's like wet almost. Thunk, thunk. Like if you spilled gravy over your mechanical keyboard. So anyway, just an interesting thing. I almost never watch old episodes of the show, so this was like a very rare thing for me, but I did catch a little bit of that, and I was like shocked by that revelation that should not be a revelation at all. I fucking experienced it as a human man. Oh, also, this was another thing that shocked me. Apparently, I've always said stuff is human that way, because I was doing it 11 years ago in the show. I said his human hands or something like that. Like, it's not even a real descriptor of anything, but describing stuff as human or internet or TV or whatever. It's odd. It's odd how, as much as things change, they stay the same, folks. Truly, I'm really the same guy entirely, except that I have no energy whatsoever, and I wish I was dead. Oh no, wait, that's not different either. Actually, now that I think about it, want to see Angelina Jolie's boobs? Foxfire. What?
What the hell?
The fuck is this guy
Excuse
talking
me?
about in chat? Some guy in chat said that just now. I don't know.
Are you a Darf?
One of the Earth's humans. Yeah, I've always talked that way. It's really incredible. It basically,
some.
huh?
I was gonna say, like, aren't her boobs in some medical waste facility somewhere?
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to see her boobs, I hope you've got a time machine. Or a shovel. Anyway, basically everything from PODAWFUL is like, I would say, about 15 years older than you think. Somewhere in that neighborhood. Just been doing the exact same jokes for 15 years. Really insane. Although the one thing that was like surprising and kind of shocking really is, you know, because that's 2014, like mid 2014, and one of the ones I was watching I think was 2013. This is before the big change of the earth, where everything is now different and you're not allowed to think and say stuff. And so just casually letting stuff fly. And this was on YouTube. So casual. Really a beautiful time. It was amazing, the stuff that was happening there. I can't tell you what it is, but you know what it is. Like I heard, like, hearing my friend say just very casually that something was she-male. You don't even hear that term anymore unless you're talking to Mr. Burgers and he's talking about me. Really, really exciting stuff though. Truly. And you can tell because I'm so pumped about it. And I have all this energy. What? Also in the movie Gia. Yeah, listen, if you want to see Angelina Jolie naked, yes, you can watch Gia. However, not worth it. About the worst she ever looked. It's almost like she was trying to. That's like the one movie where she's doing like full frontal. And then she looks like garbage in it. I mean, I don't know what to tell you there, but she's
a model junkie with AIDS.
I remember being a kid and going and somebody saying, you know, you can see, I mean, this is like, you know, you're trying to see something on the internet. It's loading like this style stuff. And somebody's like, you can see her naked in Gia. And I'm like, I don't watch that movie, but Mr. Skin existed. Remember? And that juice was not worth the squeeze. Oh boy. I didn't even jack off to it. And I was, you know, a horny child. I probably jacked off to a sexy looking tree at some point, but not Gia. That was not, no. Nope. And let's be really honest about something here. You know, Angelina Jolie pulled a fast one on a lot of people because, number one, I think it's fair to say she's a beautiful lady, but also if you stare at her long enough, she has Jon Voight's face. And so at first you're like, whoa, look at the big DSLs. Oh my gosh. She has those, you know, alluring cat eyes and whatever. And then you remember that her dad's Jon Voight and you go, fuck, he's got that shit too. It's like, I'm not jacking off the Jon Voight. And then the other thing is, here's the fast one she pulled. She never really had tits, even before the mastectomy. We got fooled because of the Tomb Raider movies, because they had that big poster of her where she's in that silver skin tight suit, and they put big fake titties on her because she was playing Lara Croft, who had big titties in the game. Well, big triangles in the game, not Mersh, big polygons in the game. But those weren't her titties; those are fake. She was kind of flapping Jack, if you know what I mean. So, I don't know, man. I think that might have always been a bit of a flim-flam on the public. And I'll be honest, I fell for it. Even after seeing Gia, I somehow still fell for it. I guess her boobs improved at some point, which actually does happen for some ladies. But I'm not kidding. I remember where I was when the news broke out that Angelina Jolie lost her titties. And I'm not a gooner, by the way. I'm not a cum guy. I'm really not, but I do remember that. I literally remember exactly where I was, who I was with when that happened. You know, I was at a barbecue restaurant in Brooklyn with my girlfriend at the time, and her roommate, and her roommate's boyfriend, who both of them I worked with. It was a very awkward dinner where we were all pretending to get along. And the news came across, on the old cell phone there, at a time where most people were not just staring at their phones. And I'll tell you, we walked outside, and we're like, we were all talking about like, oh my gosh, she's got cancer. She had her titties removed. That's crazy. And I think this was a big deal because my girlfriend at the time vaguely resembled Angelina Jolie. She got told that by people. People would say that too, just facially, which again means she kind of looked like John Voight. Guess I would jack off to John Voight. So, yeah. When you're an Angelina, this is a type of girl. There's horse girls, and there's Angelina Jolie girls, and there's nothing in between, folks. There's two options. But there are certain girls who think they're Angelina Jolie. All right, this is a thing. Megan Fox is one, a rare famous example. You've seen it. Toe thumbs. I remember where I was when I found out about the toe thumbs. God, maybe I am a gooner. This is starting to sound bad. That one really knocked the wind out of some sails. I'll be honest with you on that. The toe thumbs of Megan Fox. But basically, if you know a girl who's ever dressed up like Lara Croft, what she's really doing is she's cosplaying Angelina Jolie. They're obsessed with her. And my girlfriend at the time was one of these types of girls. Mildly, very mildly. This is much more of a thing now than it was then, but it was definitely true, and I knew it. So I think her finding out that Angelina Jolie had her breasts removed was, just as shocking for her as it was for me. And I remember standing outside the restaurant, just out front afterwards, and we had just kind of finished talking about this as a topic of discussion, and we're all just kind of standing there and just looking around, and just silent. It's like it was almost as if we had a moment of silence for her breasts. And then I vividly remember that it was the same feeling I had when I came home from school on 9/11. Where like you're kind of just looking at the earth and the sky and you're like, wow, it's different now today. This is one of those days where everything's different now. Angelina Jolie doesn't have tits anymore. This is now a different world. Wow. This is kind of scary, actually. And, we were in New York, so having a 9/11 style feeling there is like really scary, unless you're, dancing about it. But anyway, John Voight and Anaconda is prime Voight meat. Yeah, that is a pretty good one. Yeah, I bet Voight was a babe in his day. I'd buy a used car that he owned for sure. For a certain kind of girl, this was 9/11. Yes. And my girlfriend was one of them. Ground zero for Angelina Jolie's tits. The real ground zero. And let's remember the true heroes, the men who fucked Angelina Jolie pre-tit removal. Billy Bob Thornton, fucking shout out. True American hero, Billy Bob Thornton.
He ran into that. He wasn't running away.
He ran into that. Through it. Right. And she loved it, by the way. That was prime Jolie. Billy Bob Thornton. I mean, this man must be slinging, because I don't know how he did it. By the way, another hero of the Imperium, Angelina Jolie's gay brother, who also fucked her. Listen, I don't make the rules. It happens.
I'm sure I've seen that video. I've seen that video a million times. Stepsisters or whatever,
They used to kiss on red carpets, and he's like, he's got her mouth. So it's like really creepy because he's got big, wet, gay mouth. He's got a little sweetness, a little sugar in his lips. You know what I mean? Look at this. This is her and her brother right here. Okay. And now here they are. This is like the oldest tabloid thing ever. Here they are just smooching in front of everybody. And they would do this all the time. They were like, it was creepy. Everybody was worried. Like, what is going on? Why would you do that?
Like if Billy Zane was an Instagram thought and used too many filters.
She also fucked that Asian dude, Johnny Lee Miller, the guy from Hackers.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, but they were in Hackers together, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
He was married.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Johnny Lee deserved it, actually. He's not, I don't know why you called him Asian. He's not Asian.
Yeah.
Is he not Asian?
Johnny Lee Miller is not Asian. He's a white guy. What are you talking about? Zero cool? You talking about my crash override? I don't think so, mister. Don't besmirch the man this way. There were no Asian hackers in that movie somehow, but actually there were the two TV show hosts whose names escape me right now. Oh my God, what the fuck? Yeah, this bitch is kissing her brother quite a lot on the mouth. What is going on?
You think they took showers together?
Here's another one.
Oh, the brother. Oh,
this is her brother.
Yeah, different father there.
They're a very affectionate family.
Kind of unfair. You're a gay guy. You're a gay guy. He doesn't even appreciate it. You've already got those same lips. You could just kiss yourself at that point. Just practice on your hand.
She also fucked Val Kilmer, didn't she?
Listen, salute either way to Kilmer. Honestly, he deserves it. The guy's going through a lot. He's a scarf-necked man now. He's basically an old grandma lesbian, and he didn't deserve. That was a fate.
Still alive?
It's a fate worse than death. If he's not alive, it's a blessing. But no, I believe he is alive. What the fuck? Here's another one. Oh my God. What is going on? I mean, the answer is
appear to be any tongue, but yeah.
Well, look at his face. Does there need to be tongue? I mean,
no. With lips like that, there doesn't.
I kind of think that maybe he, gay guys are all doing drugs. He might have been her ecstasy hookup, and that's why they're kissing and stuff. Because
well, that's how they were trading the ecstasy. He was pushing it into her
Right.
mouth through his
Yeah.
tongue.
Yeah, it was sort of a drain you kind of thing. There's a red carpet video of I think it's her and Billy Bob from way back when, where they are like clearly on ecstasy, but it's like it's in a moment in the 90s where like your average person would not understand what is happening here, but anybody who'd been to a rave did, and they are just she's just touching, she's just rubbing him, and you're like, what the fuck, man, these guys really love fucking each other, but it's just drugs.
Speaking of red carpet, is it true that she used to dye her pubes red?
The carpet did not match the drapes, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. I remember that as a rumor.
Yeah. Look at that.
She started doing that on the set of Gone in 60 Seconds.
So you look at this and you go, man, that's a pretty lady. And then you go, or it's John Voight. I can't get over that. It's so crazy. I got to see a young Voight for comparison. Young John Voight. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. No, I get it now, man. Actually, maybe I would jack off to this. Ooh, yeah. Sexy.
He'd do your homework.
He doesn't have
straight
those
after
wet
as well.
lips, though. But
He's
maybe it's
got
just
the
photo.
lips. He absolutely has. He's got the same lips, the mouth area, these laugh lines or whatever you call these. The nose is even the eyes, actually. It's literally all of the features that you look at on her and you go, wow, pretty lady. He's got them. What is it about? What is it about?
It's the haircut.
It's the haircut. The
is
head.
what
It's
the
really.
haircut
It's just
is what
everything else. It's everything surrounding it. You put that face on this meat head, and you're like, nah, this doesn't work anymore. It's kind of unfair. He does have a cleft chin as well, which I think is not helping. Sorry, I'm not putting this on screen, but I'm just seeing some funny things in Google Images. Oh my God, what the fuck? Why did it come up with a picture of young Christopher Walken and old Christopher Walken to compare them so that you can see just how fucking old Christopher Walken looks now? Yeah, we get it. He's weird looking. He was weird looking then too, by the way. Like, it's not really that different.
Well, like Christopher barely walking.
No, he can walk. That would be a really great joke if it was instead the guy who played Superman and his last name was Walken, but
Anyway, this is a test stream. This is a test stream. We're just testing.
We're just we're throwing shit at the wall. And we will be repeat any of the stuff that worked on this one, I will be repeating in future episodes as jokes, and I will be pretending that I had never said it before. So
there.
Look at this fucking
just how wet his bottom lip is.
Got the wettest lip. Those manicured Mersh eyebrows. Oh my God. What a slur this guy is. Okay. That's enough of that.
He's a big head too. That's crazy.
Yeah. Same though. Angelina Jolie and Ellen DeGeneres had a baby. What? Oh, you're saying that's what her dad looks like? That's a weird thing to say about the guy who is her father, to say that she is the mother of him in this.
Chronology.
Yeah, there's sort of a chronographical error happening here. Natalie Wood. Oh yeah, Walken murdered Natalie Wood. Was a party to the murder of Natalie Wood. That's true. That's why he looks so horrifying, actually, because he's seen horrors beyond imagination. You can never fully comprehend exactly what he went through. He looks like a YouTuber. All right, hang on now. Let's not go crazy here. I mean, we don't want to tell any tales out of school or anything. I'm glad you went off on this tangent because I was just naming off movies you should watch. I wasn't reading the chat and I didn't see any of them, so perfect. That worked out. I'm sure Hans is already tuned out and has already texted low res to say, yeah, I don't think we should have this guy on. Unless we're doing unless Mersh puts out a movie. All right. Test complete. I think everything is working.
Did we get a stutter through the stream?
Except for the big board.
I can't.
Our big board ain't working.
There's no, except for the big board. You're right. I do have to fix that, but I think I broke that when I changed some things to try to make all the screens work. So I think that one is on me, but it looks like everything else is kind of working, man. I don't know.
It's insane to me that nobody else brought up the fact that the whole fucking episode stuttered like that. Like it was a slideshow for a good 10 seconds.
Well, that's not the whole episode if it was 10 seconds.
Well, 10 seconds of it stuttered.
I mean,
I think it happened other times as well.
It's a stream, and it's just as easy that could be just happening on your end as a viewer.
That's why I asked other people.
I don't know, man. And again, there was no sign of that on my side of it. So just like with this thing on yesterday's show, where the one camera looks insane, but the other one looks fine. I can't explain that. There is no explanation for that. Well, okay, there might be one explanation for it. But I don't understand it to the point where I'm like, is it YouTube somehow? I don't know. I don't know how that could be the case. It doesn't make any sense, but neither does it fucking up. And, you know, sometimes the streams will stutter, whatever. We lost a few frames. I think we'll be okay. Although I say I lost a few frames, I didn't. It never dropped frames. Like I've got a running tally telling me if there's any dropped frames. It's always 0 at the end of the show.
Well, yeah, YouTube dropped frames, like on their side, maybe the trans code or transsexual.
Well, trans is part of the problem then.
Yep.
The shemale code. By the way, we got to bring back, you know, now that the pendulum's swinging the other way again.
We got to go the other way.
We have to start saying transsexual again. No more of this gender stuff. Guys, just get that going in your everyday lives. I've been knocking that one for years now, trying to get people to do that. But now is the time. It's finally officially okay to do. In fact, I heard a guy say, this is what made me think of it, is I was shocked. I was like, holy cow, a guy said transsexual. I haven't heard that word since 2014. So yeah, if you have to say it, if you have to talk about them at all, throw in a nice trans. You know what? Wedge it in, like force into a conversation the term transsexual to make everyone else uncomfortable.
Slow it down so that everybody knows that you said transsexual.
Yeah, like put a little emphasis, underline it as you say.
Put a stank on it.
Yeah, bold, italicized, underlined. Really give it your all.
If you have to write an email at work, you know, make sure you just bold transsexual.
That was that was the first psyop with all this stuff. That's how it started in 2014. That's the year they got everybody to start calling it transgender instead of transsexual.
Transsexual.
Because you know what? Because when you hear transsexual, you go, oh, you don't want to have sex with it. You hear transgender, right. You're just confused, and that's what they want. They want you confused and stuff. The second you
tranny,
we don't say that. We don't say that on YouTube ever. Obviously, we hate that, and we
I
of
was
course.
talking about my gearbox, my trannies all stuffed
Okay, well,
up
just keep
right
saying
now.
it on the platform where context means nothing.
Yeah. Transmission.
I was saying tranny when I was 8 years old.
Okay, if we could throw a few more in there, Greg, that'd be great. You're really killing it here.
And you got to put the stank on it and go full transvestite.
Well, transvestite is a different thing. That one always existed. That's what they are, by the way. I mean, if you're not cutting anything, you're a vestite.
Yeah.
So,
Great suffix.
which I'm wondering is that what was going on in Gamora, or because I still haven't figured that one out. What was happening that was so freaky in Gamora? Right. We know what they were doing in Sodom, and it was so good that Lot's wife was like, I gotta go back. That bitch loved it up the ass.
Something.
She was willing to turn into salt over it. She's like, let me get one more anal raw dog before we go. Hey, man.
Did you see that knobby club they used on Jack Black in the movie?
What?
That knobby club they used on Jack Black. That's what it's all about.
What, or the year one?
What movie?
Yeah, year one.
Oh, I've never seen Year One. I had no idea what you were referencing.
Good concept.
Never seen it.
Did it Michael? Who's running around with him? Michael Cera?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Little
I don't
baby
think
Juno
anyone's
Temple.
seen it in a while.
They have a variety pack of titties in that. They have that. Well, I won't give anything away.
Yeah, you don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, don't spoil
Spoilers.
Year One.
Don't spoil the movie from 20 years ago about the things that happened thousands of years ago.
Yeah. The basic concept.
Then Lot's daughters raped him, and he was drunk, so he'd impregnate them. Yeah. Well, that's the Bible for you. That's Jewish law. And if you're a Christian, you're basically Jewish. You're like Jewish with fanfic. So,
Oy vey.
cool, man. You actually must impregnate your dead brother's wife. Because God said, why wouldn't you? God told me. Oh, God told me to do something that I don't want to do. I invented a wire, and now I don't have to. I blessed the wire. Thank you, Rabbi. Oh, could you flip the light switch on for me, by the way, before you go? Anyway, Lot's wife loved anal. I'm telling you, nobody was turning back to Gamora. Whatever was going on over there, they were happy to run from it.
Party time.
Gamora was like the drug.
And I'm not talking about Zoe Saldana. Just to be clear here. Weekend at Bernie's. What? Oh, you're just naming movies again?
Ernest Goes to Jail.
The movies guys might have already done all the Ernest ones. I actually rewatched. Which one did I rewatch recently? I think it was Goes to Jail, actually. Yeah, it was Goes to Jail. Not that long ago. Are there movies still? Do they do that? Do people go to them? What's a movie? Let me type in movies and see what happens here. There are. Wow, this is crazy. There are movies. Huh. I've never heard of any of these.
Apparently, Texas Roadhouse has been putting baby mice in their food.
Oh, perfect. Well,
excuse me?
Yeah, and there's
Thanks,
videos
James.
Like purposefully?
I mean, I don't know whether it was purposely, but there's videos of it.
Is it? Okay. I don't think anyone's
Big Texas
purposefully
cuisine.
doing it. I think maybe at one Texas Roadhouse, a mouse gave birth inside something.
Yeah, you don't want that happening even at one Texas.
I don't want that happening in general, really, but I've also eaten at a Chinese restaurant in New York City, so I've already eaten baby mice and pigeons and
Good point.
every fucking thing you would never want to eat.
Know what you're getting at a Chinese,
No,
Chinese
you
restaurant.
don't know what you're getting. That's the whole. Oh my god! You ever eat at a P.F. Chang's?
You know I haven't, but maybe the other.
I'm asking everyone. I'm asking the crowd.
I
P.F.
have not.
P.F. Chang's sucks. You go there, you think it's going to be like, oh,
It's
what
like
if
a nicer Chinese?
yeah, what if Chinese food was nice and good and made by white people? I have never had a worse meal than P.F. Chang's. Not Chinese meal. Period. Worst thing I've ever eaten. And for the pleasure, you get to spend $80 doing it. It's like $25 for just a normal Chinese entree. That isn't even a good amount. It's like not a good portion at all. Worst food I've ever had. P.F. Chang's. Not even close. Blows everything else out of the
Succulent
water.
Chinese meal.
I would love a succulent Chinese meal.
You're supposed to just run out on those places. I don't think they expect you to pay.
I paid us.
I legitimately should have. You are.
That's what that whole succulent Chinese meal dude was about.
Right.
He was just running out on Chinese restaurants.
Because I enjoyed a meal. A succulent Chinese meal.
Are you waiting to receive my lip penis?
You are in a moral and legal right to run out on a meal at P.F. Chang's. I'm also convinced, like, the name P.F. Chang's, it's like their name, it's P.F. because it's like Paul Feinberg or something. No, it's like a Jewish guy or something, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, welcome to Paul Feinberg Chang's.
I think it is. It is something like
Is it really? I was just making that up. An expensive Panda Express. Panda Express
Paul
also
Fleming.
blows.
Paul Fleming.
Paul? I was Paul? I got
Fleming.
the Paul part right, though.
Yeah.
And
Paul
Fleming, that sounds like it's probably a Jewish name. I'm going to go ahead and say that's Jewish. So I was.
Paul Fleming and Philip Chang.
Oh, so it's a dude. All right, it's a doubles sort of thing. Wait, hang on. Philip Chang, though. Is that. Is it actually spelled Chang?
CHIANG.
It's not. That's not even how they spell it in the restaurant.
No, they don't.
What is
I just
happening?
looked it up.
So it's P.F. Chiang's.
Yeah, right. But they knew that people wouldn't be able to say that, so they just had to change it to Chang.
Crazy. Just change your last name at that point, then. I can't believe it's actually just some Jewish guy named Paul. That's crazy. I thought for sure that I was just being ignorant.
He's a native of Louisiana.
The Chang?
No, the Fleming guy.
Oh.
His parents were Betty Angers and Robert Martin Fleming.
Oh, that might not. Maybe that's not a Jewish guy then, actually. I don't think there's ever been a Jewish guy named Angus. Take it back.
Paul Fleming's actually Cajun.
Well, obviously, he's from Louisiana. Yeah, I figured that out when Scott said he's from Louisiana and his dad's name is Angus. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Did the math on that. Yeah, but Panda Express blows too. It's not as bad as P.F. Chang's. You're really wasting your money going to a P.F. Chang's. One of the worst things ever. Ugh.
All right, and Philip Chang was born in 1948 in Shanghai, but moved to America in the 1960s. So he lived in China for 12 years before
No, he
moving
lived in
to
Japan for 12 years.
12 years, sorry, and then moved to America.
12 years of Chang.
Weird. That's a Chinese name. Interesting. He lived in Japan.
Chickadee China.
His
the
family
Chinese
fled
chicken.
communism or some nonsense.
Yeah, fled it. Was it like running after them? shit.
Try to make sense of Asian names, Greg.
Yeah.
P.S. Chang's, someone says in chat. I agree with that thought.
Jesse P.S. Chang's.
It's the same thing as if I opened up a Chinese restaurant. I mean, which I
should.
Yeah, there's no more. We need more Taco Bells. We need more white guy ethnic food, and back to normalizing that. This idea that, you know, you got to import the third world to eat their shitty cuisine. It's like, you don't even like their food. You're eating a version of it that they think you'll eat.
We do that with Mexican food. We don't have Mexican people at all. Of course. And we make Mexican
And by the way,
food.
Taco Bell is
Exactly
better.
the same.
Taco Bell's better than Mexican food. It is.
100%.
I like Mexican food. I like authentic street taco, Mexican tacos. I'd still, if you told me I can either have Taco Bell or street tacos and the other one goes away forever, who do you think's getting saved in this scenario? It's not even close. You know, this is like when Japan was like, we think America not like Super Mario Brothers 2, and then they gave us the Super Mario Brothers that they think that we would like, and they just made it up. It was just nonsense. It was like not Super Mario Brothers at all. Like, you know, Super Mario Brothers 2 in America is not the same as in Japan. It's a totally different game that they just redrew as Mario over top of it, called Doki Doki Panic, by the way. So that's why. Go ahead.
Birdo and shit like that.
Yeah, Birdo. And by the way, Birdo is a transvestite. Look in the game manual. Birdo is transsexual. That's Kanan.
One of our most popular Mexican restaurants is Guzman y Gomez.
Gomez, yeah.
Yeah, Y Gomez or whatever you're supposed to say there.
It's E.
Is it E?
It is E.
I mean, it is a Y, but
Guzman y
it's
Gomez.
pronounced E. It means and.
But that was founded by Stephen Marks, you know, traditional Mexican guy.
Of course.
You know.
But
he was a New Yorker that moved to Australia and realized there was no Mexican food here, so he started Guzman y Gomez.
Every Chinese place, every Mexican place, the authentic one, it's just them going, this is what an American thinks our food is, probably. This is what they'd eat.
Get this. This Fleming guy, it makes perfect sense. This Fleming guy was an oil man whose first restaurant was a fucking Ruth's Chris franchise.
By the way, I'll never eat at a Ruth's Chris because of the name alone. Fuck that name. Even just trying to say it just then was infuriating. Expensive, like we're the best steakhouse places always suck. Like there's an upper threshold for how good something can be. You can't make steak any better than a certain point. It's over. Everybody keeps trying to figure out a new way. Oh, I sous vide it. Okay, it's still just kind of steak, really. It's like, is it
That's
hot?
$30 mac and cheese, Jesse. $30 mac and cheese.
Yeah, perfect. Yum. What do they put in it? Fucking gold?
Lobster.
Gross. I would
make the steak with lobster.
I would prefer to throw that in the garbage than pay $50 for. I don't want any lobster in my mac and cheese. Anyway, but I'll tell you this. You know, as much as I am fine with, a white guy pretending to be a Chinese guy in order to sell Chinese food or whatever, there is a stolen valor food thing, and it's literally stolen valor. And this is where I draw the line. You guys know what Mission Barbecue is?
Unfortunate.
No. So Mission Barbecue, it's actually decent for a chain barbecue place. But their entire shtick is that they support the troops.
Hell yeah.
And every single inch of the walls inside is covered in troop patches and photos, and also cop shit for some reason is in there too. And like every little, also like firefighters stuff will be in there sometimes. And
The Punisher. Is
oh, there's Punisher patches for sure in there. You know, there's Punisher guys, and now nobody working there is a veteran. It's not like they have some program to hire veterans, and I'm pretty sure they don't even have a military discount for the food, but they do have like reserved for wounded veteran parking usually in the parking lots. And and at noon every day when you're in there, they play a thing over the speakers going, "Please rise for the national anthem." And you are expected in the middle of your meal to stand up. They're all going to do it, by the way. If you're in line and you're in the middle of ordering, sorry, they're going to step away from the cash register, and even the workers are going to do it. And everyone in the restaurant is supposed to do this. It's insanity.
It's just fetishistic.
Now, of course, but the craziest part is no one who created or owns Mission Barbecue was ever in the military.
Stolen valor.
It is literally stolen valor. That's where I draw the line. Sorry. As a wounded space marine myself, I could never support a restaurant stealing the valor of being a military man restaurant. Number one, I don't even want there to be military man restaurants. Imagine Dirk cooking.
Right.
You know, we've seen the pile of roaches at his feet as he serves our seamen. Which serves our seamen might sound like I'm talking about something else, but I am in fact referring to something even gayer, the Navy.
So the guy that started Mission Barbecue is a former executive of Outback Steakhouse.
Yes, it's the guy who, and again, that's fine. Stealing Australian valor, perfectly fine. Oh yeah, you can steal the valor
100%.
of any other country, but not American valor. No sirree.
But Jesse, never forget, it opened its doors on 9/11.
What?
How did they plan that? What the? Wait a second. Dun, 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 dun. The true urban moving systems. Holy shit. How did they know to do that? That's crazy. Is that true? Did they really?
I mean, yeah, it was
2011.
2011. But
Oh.
September 11th.
I thought you meant literally on 9/11. That would be, although doing it in 2011, exactly 10 years to the day.
That's kind of cool.
That's honestly kind of cool. That's actually rules in a lot of ways.
So this is a quote direct on the website. 10 years after our world changed forever, in some way, we wanted to change it back.
Change it back. Well, if you wanted to do that, you should have built a Mission Barbecue and then another one directly next to it, exactly the same height, up into the sky.
Could have been done.
I know Boat is sitting there seething over all of this because he's like, it's not actual good barbecue and Texas barbecue. That is I actually usually believe in the regional cuisine thing, and that, you know, whatever region holds the stake or the claim to it does make the best one. Philly cheesesteaks, you know, New York pizza. I don't actually with New York pizza, but because really Domino's makes the best pizza, but you know, far as like a mom and pop place, a non-chain goes, yeah, probably New York, you know, pulls it off better usually. You know, all these things, but then Texas and their barbecue, they think that nobody else has figured out barbecue. And it's like everyone makes Texas barbecue now. Everybody knows how to do it. There's no secret to it anymore. There used to be. The whole, what is it? You put lard inside the paper or some shit. Isn't that the fucking thing they do? Yeah, that's it. That's all it is. And so Mission Barbecue does that. And, you know, you can't expect it to be great because it's a chain. And so they're just making the shit constantly, it's obviously going to be different. But, you know, even like mom and pop places anywhere in Southern America can do Texas barbecue. Texas has no claim to that. And Texas barbecue isn't even the best barbecue. It never was. And as far as I'm as a guy from Virginia, I liked the Carolina style barbecue. That's what I grew up eating. And so I like pulled pork. I don't want the Texas version of it. No thanks.
Pulled pork is delicious.
Pulled pork's the best thing. That's what I would get. You know, if I'm going to a barbecue place, I want pulled pork, and I don't want chopped pork. Oh, I'm getting mad if I think I'm getting pulled pork and you're giving me chopped pork. And there better be some sort of vinegar on there. And yep, you want to do mustard barbecue sauce? Fine by me. I am a person, though, that likes to really pour on the sauce, which is not typical for Carolina barbecue. But listen, they put the sauce on the table. You get to choose yourself how you want to do it. Okay? That's up to me. Kansas City style barbecue? That's good. They're all good. Texas is so protective of their barbecue, and cat's out of the bag, fellas. And I would say the same thing about, you know, if I had ever eaten a Philly cheesesteak outside of Philly that was like slam dunk good, I would go, okay, sorry, Philly, it ain't the Philly cheesesteak anymore. But I haven't. I've never experienced that. It's always something's wrong, something's a little off. You know, certain regions do have their thing, not Texas. Texas, you guys are just retarded, and you're gonna have to figure out you know what your thing is now, by the way? Mexican.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you guys are just Mexico, so enjoy. And also California usually in most people's minds beats you even in that regard. California burritos, California tacos, birria. They're doing the birria. That's the hot new trend now. That's all you got. You just got Mexican shit now. What a bunch of losers Texans are. Right, Boat?
Oh, yeah.
St. Louis barbecue? Yeah. That's what
I'm looking at the Outback menu for the US,
which would be the only Outback menu, really.
Is there
Well, no,
Outback
we
in
have
Australia?
Outback Steakhouse all around.
Oh
the
my
world.
god.
But they do Alice Springs chicken. Do you know what Alice Springs are known for? For like delinquents bashing in.
Yeah.
shops.
Yeah, I laughed at that the last time I saw an Outback menu. I saw that. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's like, I don't know. That's like naming a chicken the Bronx chicken or something.
They would name something the Bronx chicken, though. Like that's
all right. I mean, I don't know. It's somewhere equally shitty.
Well, that's crazy. Olive Garden was founded by an Indian guy.
No, I have always hated Olive Garden. That makes so much sense. Oh, you're kidding. Damn. Well, that I do hate Olive Garden. Although the breadsticks are good. But I don't want to eat anything at an Olive Garden other than the breadsticks. That food is so disgusting. You know what sucks about it too is like women love Olive Garden. There's something about it. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on
Olive
it.
Garden.
A woman wants to go to Olive Garden so bad. You drive past an Olive Garden, she sees that. She thinks it's fancy.
That's odd.
She thinks that there's something going on in there. There's a vibe shift happening in there that she wants to get in on. You know, they make it look like it's Vesuvius on the outside or whatever, and they put the stupid Italian decor on the inside, and they think they're eating real fancy. And I think part of it is also that they just want that big bowl of salad and all that cheese grated on it.
They can feel like it's healthy.
But it is beyond that. There is something genetic going on where there's something about an olive. I think it's the name, actually. Now that I'm thinking harder about it, I think Olive Garden. Yeah, it sounds fresh and healthy and nice to them, and that's enough to confuse a woman into thinking something is good because they're that stupid.
Panera's the other one.
So you date a lady, you're going to end up at a fucking Olive Garden. You can't drive past an Olive Garden without the next 2 weeks of your life being her thinking about that Olive Garden and bringing up that Olive Garden. You want to go to Olive Garden?
Outback's also has Toowoomba salmon.
Yeah.
Toowoomba is the largest inland city in Australia.
Yep.
Why the fuck do they call it Toowoomba salmon?
Yeah, that doesn't really make a lot of sense, does it?
No, not at all.
I got to level with you, Scott. They don't know what the fuck Australia is at Outback Steakhouse. Never did, never will, and most importantly, don't care. Not even on the radar to figure it out. The fact that they even looked up names for things to name them at all is shocking. And they know they can get away with it because ain't no American know any of this. Okay, Americans think that you guys are actually eating blooming onions. You know what I mean? Like that must be a delicacy in Australia.
It's crazy. But I guess it's probably what Mexican people think about the Taco Bell menu. They're just like, what? This isn't.
No, Mexican people love Taco Bell. Actually, that is a big misconception. Is most Mexican people actually do love Taco Bell, and they're fine. They don't think of it as Mexican food. I'm not saying that. It's like Speedy Gonzalez. Everybody thinks, oh, Speedy Gonzalez is so racist to Mexican people. And then you ask a Mexican guy about Speedy Gonzalez, and he's like, I love that little mouse. They love Speedy Gonzalez. They love him. And you know why? Because he's Mexican. That's it. That's it. You just say a thing. You literally can put a sombrero on a cactus and a big fake mustache on it and go, look, it's Senor Cactus. And they would go and hug it. They'd be like, this is my favorite character ever. That's
All
how
about representation.
That's how easily you can fool a Mexican.
Too much for them, but Snoopy had a cousin called Needle.
Yes, Needles, who slept on a cactus. And he had the long little wispy mustache. Yeah. Snoopy. I'm more of a Woodstock guy. Okay, well, test over. Bye.
The second one, what are you talking
Oh my
about?
god.
I mean, it's got
Coda.
Virginia Hay, sure.
The second one, what are you talking about?
Oh my god.
I mean, it's got
Coda.
Virginia Hay, sure, whatever. Or Virginia Hay.
Oh wait, hang on. I went live again. I just gotta. They're now calling me Shades.
Hell yeah.
That's
Nice.
my new nickname is Shades.
It's a cool name.
And that is cool. So I accept, even though I'm not wearing shades. It does sound pretty fucking brutally excellent. So
it brings up
I,
like 50 Shades kind of.
well, okay, you know what? Now I don't accept
you
it.
had to
You've
ruin
ruined
it.
it now.
You
so.
had Anissa tattoo.
Okay, we're not doing this on the stream.
No,
Grown Tube is here. Jesus Christ.
Stop.
He's here against all of our wishes.
All right, listen to
He's not part of the
hang on. The
call.
live people don't know this. If you're not in the Discord, you don't know about it. Join the Discord, by the way. But we got a guy. He had some name for him. I call him Grown Tube. You know that toy you had as a kid? It was just a big green tube, and you turn it like this, and he goes, All right, now Grown Tube, just talk for a minute.
Who?
You.
I will talk for a minute.
Go.
There is a conspiracy. Exactly.
Say something.
Something. Stop. You guys are
It's really incredible. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, our classic pod awful character.
Yes.
Grown Tube.
Grown Tube.
It's like we're a morning zoo show. We've got,
retarded
guys popping in with names. A retarded guy with a name who talks funny, and we give him a name for it, and we all go, ha ha.